Corbin Burns is the first item on the shelf to be not free agent, but the trade market this morning. Do you have, because I got a good one, do you have a potential trade partner for the Brewers if Corbin Burns is on the move? And you can say no, because I
do.
Okay, what do you got?
Ooh, it was kind of for a bigger item, but he's right there.
Okay.
I go to Atlanta. And you know I trade? I trade Von Grisham.
Okay.
And I ask for Michael Harris. And I get those two guys because you can replace those young guys. And they need an ace. And I want Burns and something else. I don't want that straight up for Corbin Burns. But I would go for that. The Braves need an ace that's going to pitch in October.
All right. I mean, that asking price is
that's high,
quite high, because you got 1 year of Burns right before.
They're gonna lock him up. You know how the Braves do that?
Yeah, they do, man. They poach all the Oakland A's and then they make them rich, and then people in Oakland are.
I wouldn't give up that. The Grissom and Harris thought for me was for Garrett Cole.
Oh, dude, now you're really going nuts here. He is not for sale. The best thing the Yankees had this year is not for sale.
Opt out on him.
He could opt out. All right, I got a trade partner for the Brewers.
He should be in the trade talks. Seriously.
All right, well, we could have that discussion as a separate segment, because that's pretty interesting thought, that you deal him before he potentially opts out. Not me. I make sure he's happy and I keep him there and make sure he's there the rest of his life.
We'll see.
Anyway, for me, Corbin Burns and the Brewers, what about the Giants as a trade partner? I think Corbin would like the idea of maybe staying there. We know it's a pitching conducive environment.
Great place to pitch.
You know, it's just for the Giants.
What do they have to give you back?
I'm not familiar with their minor league system. I'm just looking for a fit.
Okay,
and we're not trying to
make it easy for me.
We're not trying to find the perfect exchange package here. I'm just looking for a destination that would make sense and a need for the Giants for sure, right? Because beyond Logan Webb, look, there were way too many games with this opener thing and this mixing and matching and all this math. We saw it this year. We see it every postseason. You get to the postseason, you got to have horses, man. You can't win postseason series with bullpen games.
You could have the same conversation about Arizona.
Yes, you could.
That'd be a great spot.
Yes, you could.
If they would have had him this year in the World Series, healthy Corbin Burns, do they win that thing?
Yeah. By the way, if you sign it with a California team, you better get paid a lot more, because the tax code in that bereft of logic state is beyond explanation.
It's near your birth state. You're going after it.
Yeah, I'm hacked off about my birth state. All right, let's
travel from there this week.
Let's find another item on the shelves on the trade market. Same idea with Shane Bieber. Look, Shane Bieber feels like he should be like 33 years old because he's been out there. He's won a Cy Young. He's a winner. He's only 28 years old. There is going to be a trade market for him. And for a kid that grew up in Laguna Hills and pitched his college ball in Santa Barbara, wherever he goes is a trade down lifestyle-wise, because he has already lived the best life possible. So why not stay in Southern California? The Angels need
because the taxes are bad. You just said that.
He's used to it, though.
No, okay.
Angels, Padres. The right answer is right there, especially if the Padres lose their left-handed ace, which seems very possible.
Yeah.
That's what I got for Bieber. Keep him in SoCal.
I like that. Man, Burns and Bieber are division turners. They're that good. You know, so you're gonna ask a high price. The only thing being you're gonna have to pay them anyway, because it's only a short turnaround to own them. So it's gonna be a nice deal. It works out. But what I'm saying is, if I'm sitting in the front office and I'm this close, they change everything. Mm-hmm. I may be in the driver's seat.
Win this year.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Right now.
Let's go back into the market and find another item on the shelves. The trade market is where we're visiting today.
Okay. Do they go before the position players? I know we're going to talk about Jonathan India, but you got India, Soto. Do you go Burns and Bieber higher ranked than the position players?
I do.
Yeah.
For the reasons we've talked about already. Here's one that's kind of confusing to me. Jonathan India, I guess his name is out there in trade talks with the Reds. The Reds are rebuilding. I thought this guy, entering just his fourth year in the league, would be a part of the rebuild. But if there are discussions on trading Jonathan India, former first rounder and rookie of the year, where would they be, Harold?
Wow. Well, Seattle's a perfect fit. Talked about that before.
Is JP a free agent?
He didn't play short.
Okay, well.
He'd be at second base.
Okay, you put him at second base, right?
Yeah.
All right, because I kind of got the White Sox in mind for some reason. It feels like they're going to turn over that middle infield, maybe.
Yeah.
Why not the White Sox? I'm just confused.
The question is why are they trading him?
Yeah, that's my question.
Because I know they had a couple guys lightning in a bottle this year and played really well in the middle infield, but De La Cruz is going to play short, and he's going to force everybody else to have to move around now. So maybe they're thinking McClain's going to go play second. Steer, one of those guys. I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking, and Jonathan India's kind of falling out of favor, if that's how they're looking at it.
I don't quite get it either, but, maybe between our friend Trent Rosecrans or Mark Sheldon, one of our Reds brains, we can get to the bottom of this, because there's so many young players maybe they're trying to make room for by moving another young player.